Our first game features two teams. One that is trying to regain a tradition, and one that is trying to maintain its tradition.
The tradition in Westbrook is really wonderful. We're the only girls team to have won 4 state championships in a row, and it would be really neat to start bringing that back and be classed with players such as Lisa Blaze and Gail Jackson, who are incredible in their time.
Well, you got to respect them, because you have to respect a team that's won 4 gold balls. Obviously, they had a really quality team. I think coming back this year, they're anxious to maybe continue on a tradition.
When we were state champs in the late 70s, the community was always behind us, and they were psyched to go to the girls' games. And we're now, with us being in the state championships, we're trying to bring back that pride.
We have a real good community, and they're really involved in athletics, and I know it's just a big tradition, every sport, I really think.
Live from the Bangor Auditorium, welcome to the Class A basketball tournament. Next, it's the girls' state final as the Westbrook Blue Blazes meet the Lawrence Bulldogs. Welcome into the Bangor Auditorium, everyone. It's state championship night. I'm Tim Throckmorton, joined now by the two coaches. Ben Palavinskas is from the visiting Westbrook team, and you coming in here, Ben, you must have been doing a lot of thinking about Cindy Blodgett and these Bulldogs.
She's been on my mind for the last few days. Yeah, she's a tremendous ball player.
Tell us a little bit about some of the personnel we'll be seeing on the court tonight for you.
Well, we have Allie Batchelor playing down underneath, which has been a super scorer for us. She's handling the offensive load in the last 3 or 4 games. We have Dorothy Anthony, which does the super rebounds and the outlet pass, and really is about the second fastest person on the team. Jen Sparrow plays forward and guard, helps with the bringing the ball down the court, can shoot outside and underneath. Debbie Bloom was kind of the little role player. She goes out there, plays defense, and gives it all she got. She's a terrific person. Brianna Fechtel handles the ball, brings the ball down against the press. Is a fantastic ball player for just being 14 years old. I'm expecting all kinds of good things from her. Chris Stanley is a pure shooter. She's one of the best shooters on my team and can hit that outside shot, and I think that's somebody you're going to have to look out for. Wendy Sheffer leaves the Dorothy and Allie down underneath and does a super job, fills in when she can, and holds more than her own. Lori Franco, again, is more of a defensive specialist, hasn't been counted on to shoot a whole lot, but can if need to.
Ben, good to have you here in Bangor, and best of luck tonight on the floor.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Ben Palavinskas, and now Bruce Cooper. Bruce, you've been saying all along that you don't mind being the favorite, and you've, of course, won the state championship the last 2 years. The kids feel that way, too?
I don't think they pay a whole lot of attention to that. The year before last and last year, we were picked to not have much of a chance of winning the states, and we won both years. This year we're picked to win it, and I keep telling the kids, I says, you know, the guys that do the picking don't really play the game. We're the ones that are responsible for what's going on the floor, and so we're not looking at anything as favored or non-favorite. We're just looking to play ball.
Why don't you run down and tell us about the Bulldogs we'll be seeing on the court tonight?
Well, obviously we're going to start with Cindy Blodgett. She's probably one of the best players that the state of Maine has ever seen. We're handling the ball the majority of the time for us tonight. Wendy Atwood is my off guard. If Westbrook does anything funny as far as a double team or play a sag and zone on Cindy, hopefully we'll look to Wendy to make him pay a little bit for it. Jill Atwood plays a power forward but can also step out and stick the shot for us and is a decent ball handler. Danielle Beatty, she is going to have to come up with a good game tonight defensively in order to keep Westbrook down to a minimum number of shots. And Erin Bennett, along with Danielle, will be working in tandem to try to work on help side defense and, again, protect us in the paint. Then I go to my bench. Karen Weymouth came along real strong at the end of the season and is a good, strong, tall girl, and she's going to look to help out in the paint a little bit and add some points. Michelle Clark, freshman, 5'8" forward, but also can step out and stick the threes very well. And Janet Franco, a very strong defensive player, and can stick the elbow jumper as well as the rest of them.
Bruce, third time here in the state final. Best of luck tonight. I'm sure you'll be having a little fun on the court again tonight.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Okay, Bruce Cooper, and that's the matchup. It's Lawrence against Westbrook. Now let's go upstairs to Tom Winston and Dick Meter. Guys?
Thank you very much, Tim. State championship, Class A girls basketball from the Bangor Auditorium. Tom Winston along with Dick Meter. And Dick, this should be an excellent one. I had an opportunity this afternoon to spend a little bit of time during the Westbrook practice with Coach Palavinskas, and he had some interesting things to say. A couple of things being Number one, they're not in awe of Lawrence. They know Lawrence is a good team, and they respect them very much, but they're not in awe of Lawrence, and he thinks that that's going to be a real key for his kids. And coming out of the gate, the manner in which they do so, if they come out to a positive start, that he likes their chances to come away with a gold ball.
I think you're right, Tom, as far as whether they come out of the gate with good speed and confidence. Looked a little tentative during warm-ups. I think what they've got to decide in their own mind is whether they can win or not. Lawrence knows they can win. They've won 2 previous. And Westbrook has just got to find out how well they'll play early.
Okay, let's go down to PA announcer Hal Stewart in the starting lineups.
Well, Wendy Atwood. For the Blue Blazers, a junior forward, number 33, Dorothy Anthony. For the Bulldogs, a junior guard, number 34, Jill Atwood. For the Blazers, a junior at center, number 50, Allie Batchelor. For the Bulldogs, a junior at guard, number 14, Cindy Blodgett. For Westbrook, she's a senior guard, number 11, Debbie Bloom. For your Bulldogs, a senior forward, number 24, Daniel Beatty. And for the Blue Blazers, she's a senior at forward, number 25, Jen Sparrow. And for the Bulldogs, a senior at center, number 42, Aaron Bennett.
We're going to go into the national anthem. And we're going to do the award sportsmanship because we're going to catch up the TV for the basketball.
Your officials for this game, Mr. Plourde and Mr. Adams.
As soon as the national anthem is done, they're going to hold the teams.
Okay, State Class A Girls Championship action live from the Bangor Auditorium. We're going to be back with that in 30 seconds.
Channel 5's live coverage of the 1993 high school basketball tournament is brought to you by Diet Coke. It's time to taste it all. Diet Coke with 1 awesome calorie. Lowry and Associates, call for a free consultation. Maine's CarQuest Auto Parts stores, 31 stores statewide. Dunkin' Donuts, where it's always worth the trip. Tri-State Megabucks, just imagine being rich. Lavertier's Super Drug Stores, we're more than just a drugstore. Grant's Dairy, a taste of life at its best. And your New England Jeep and Eagle dealers, where you get the advantage of the rugged go-anywhere 4-wheel drive Jeep Grand Cherokee or all-wheel drive Eagle Talon TSI.
Okay, referee Ron Adams starting this one. And the tip is controlled by Westbrook and Debbie Bloom. Up top to Sparrow. To Batchelor on the left-hand side, the big 6-footer working outside. She's working against Beatty. To Anthony. Inside, they try to go to Batchelor. It's going to be thrown away. And first turnover goes to Westbrook. Ball turned over to Lawrence.
Lawrence putting a lot of players in the paint, I think, is going to give Westbrook the outside shot in the beginning.
One of the things that Westbrook's going to try to do is to make sure that Cindy Blodgett has to work just to touch the basketball. As you can see right now with Bloom guarding her closely. Wendy Atwood on the right side of Blodgett being guarded closely by Bloom. Out top to Beatty, inside to get to Bennett. Blocked by Batchelor on the inside shot. She gets the rebound. Nice job by Allie Batchelor for the Westbrook Blue Blazers. They take control offensively. Lots of pressure being applied by Lawrence. Ball's almost thrown away. Picked up this time by Fecto, the freshman inside of Batchelor. And we have the first score of the game, 2-0 Westbrook. Wendy Atwood for the Bulldogs. Working hard against freshman Bree Fecto.
Lawrence trying something a little bit different, having Cindy Blodgett off the ball to start the offense.
Blodgett with a 16-footer, good! And we're all knotted at 2. Ball's going to be knocked away. This time controlled by Sparrow. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will go back to Westbrook. Bree Fecto, the freshman for Coach Palabinskis and the Westbrook Blue Blazers, keys it in bounds. Tries to go long. It does to Batchelor, who got behind the defense. She's going to lay it up off the glass and in. 4-2. Blazers back to that 2-point lead. Blodgett gives the ball up to Atwood. Atwood trying to penetrate, nothing there. Gives it left to Beatty. Baseline to Atwood. Wendy Atwood, that is. To Beatty. Very patient right now. Not forcing anything, the Lawrence offense. Blodgett between the legs. Stopped at the foul line. Short shot up by Blodgett. Around the rim, no good. Rebound off to Bennett. To Beatty at the foul line. No penetration available. They look to go back inside. Atwood drives, nothing there. Beatty with a 12-footer. Around the rim, no good. Rebound off to Westbrook's Anthony.
Early on, Westbrook playing a straight man-to-man with trying to keep the ball from Cindy Blodgett.
Refacto right to the middle of the lane, off the back of the rim, no good, gets her own rebound, up off the glass and in. And Westbrook jumps out to a 6-2 lead.
That certainly is going to make Westbrook feel a little bit more confident. And of course, Lawrence has faced this a few times too, getting down early in the game, and has certainly come back.
Well, Coach Palavinskas was real concerned with how they'd come out. Wendy Atwood with a drive toward the basket, around the rim, no good. Anthony with a rebound for the Blue Blazes. Freshman Refacto for the Blue Blazes. Takes the ball to the middle of the lane. Short shot by Fecto is off the glass and good. And it's 8-2 in favor of Westbrook.
Westbrook doing a nice job of getting the ball into the paint early in the game.
Jill Atwood being guarded closely out top by Anthony. Now Blodgett being guarded closely by Bloom. Takes the ball to the foul line. It's going to be called for a 5-second violation. Good defense by Bloom.
Lawrence at first with one of the Atwoods out front handling the ball. Now they bring Cindy back out, and Westbrook did a nice job defensively keeping her contained.
Refacto working against all kinds of pressure. Gets it up top. The ball's going to be thrown away, trying to go to the post and not save. Excellent hustle by Sparrow. But she knocks it out of bounds. Ball's turned over to Lawrence. Wendy Atwood taking it across against no pressure. Pressure's mostly right now on Cindy Blodgett. Atwood takes the ball in the middle lane, puts up the shot. She's going to be fouled. And I think that's one thing, Dick, that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to create some penetration, get some baskets off their penetration in order to open up that outside game a little bit.
I think Benny Palavinskas may be trying to find out who can score off the dribble for Lawrence. In other words, if we can contain Cindy Blodgett, keep her from getting the ball, then somebody else is going to have to penetrate. And certainly Wendy Atwood is capable of that.
And Wendy knocks down the first shot, making it 8-3. 4:38 remaining, period number 1. State Class A Girls Championship action live from the Bangor Auditorium. Westbrook with an 8-4 lead now as Atwood converts on the second of 2 foul shots. Fecto working against Atwood. Just a freshman. Talented freshman she is. Stops at the foul line. Gives it to Anthony on the left. Nothing there baseline. Back to Fecto at the right elbow. Across, they give it to Sparrow. Sparrow looking inside. Shot is going to be blocked by Blodgett, but knocked out of bounds. Franco, who just came into the ballgame, had her shot blocked.
Shows a little bit of the athletic ability of Cindy Blodgett.
No
Great
question.
timing, got the ball, all ball on that.
No question is Jen Sparrow, and the inbounds pass converts to make it 10-4. Halfway through period number 1. Blodgett working hard against Franco for Westbrook. Gets fired, takes the ball to the basket. Blodgett throws her first 2, and it's 10-6. All kinds of pressure this time being applied by Lawrence, and they sag off. Sparrow with the basketball, working against the Lawrence defense. On the left, Anthony, back up to Sparrow. 15-footer Sparrow, no good. Around the rim, no good. Foul in the rebounding action is going to be called, I believe, on Allie Batchelder.
Okay, Cindy Blodgett, who again had been playing off the ball, now brings the ball down the middle, and of course, anytime she penetrates inside, she's a very dangerous force.
Now we have Frank Hoare working against Blodgett, trying to make her work for everything she gets. Gets the ball to the middle lane, it's off the glass and in, and Lori Frank Hoare is going to pick up the personal foul. This is Cindy Blodgett at her best, taking the ball to the middle of the lane, around the back dribble, gets it off the glass and in.
The key there is you're putting the Atwood twins wide. You've got Jill and Wendy wide to the shooting spots, And so you cannot, if you're Westbrook, help on Cindy Blodgett, and she just can take anybody one-on-one and take him to the basket.
Blodgett converts on the three-point play. The Lawrence deficit is now only 1 with 3:32 remaining, period number 1. The ball's going to be knocked loose and out of bounds as Beatty knocks it loose. And Westbrook will inbound the ball again. Bloom working against some full court pressure being applied by Lawrence. Gets it into Fecto, being guarded closely by Blodgett. Dribbles right around Blodgett. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. This time it will go to Westbrook. Nice job of handling the basketball in some pressure situations by Debbie Bloom.
I was going to say she showed a few dribble moves herself and did a great job down there, and if she could have made the bounce pass, I think she'd had a layup on for Westbrook.
Sparrow comes out of the ball game and Stanley's back in. We have a foul on the inbounding action. Looks like it may be called on Danielle Beatty, the 5'9" senior forward for Coach Bruce Cooper.
I think Westbrook wants to go inside as much as they can. They would like to take advantage of Allison Batchelor as many times as possible.
Inbound pass comes to Anthony. It's going to go back up top, being guarded closely by Bennett. To Fecto. They try to get it inside the Batchelor. She has the ball, is knocked loose on the baseline. She recovers it. The shot's going to be blocked and picked off by Beatty. Stolen away this time by Stanley and rebounded by Beatty. So a lot of hot action, everything being contested under each basket. Blodgett working against Bloom. Tries to go around the back. It's going to be stolen by Bree Fecto. Let's see if she goes coast to coast. She does. Lays it up. No good. Rebound this time to Bloom, and she's going to be fouled on the rebound. Dick, I got to tell you, I like the aggressiveness of this Westbrook basketball team right now.
They're certainly not intimidated, and they're doing a nice job defensively. And as we got it on the other end, we got Danielle Beatty here making a nice defensive play here. First, you get the help from Jill Atwood, and then you get the ball on the way up.
Okay, Debbie Bloom, the 5'5" senior guard for Coach Palavinskas and the Blue Blazers of Westbrook. It shoots in off the back of the rim, no good. So with 2:47 remaining, state championship Class A girls action from the Bangor Auditorium. It's 10-9 in favor of the Westbrook Blue Blazers. Bloom at the line with a chance to increase that Westbrook lead to 2. She's off the front of the rim and good. And it's 11-9. Westbrook with their 2-point lead. Blodgett working against Bloom. 16-footer by Blodgett, all net. And we're all knotted at 11. 2:34 remaining, period number 1. This is going to be a barn burner. Fecto's going to be fouled this time as she took the ball across half court. Let's see who picks up the personal foul. Cindy Blodgett's going to pick up that personal foul, her first.
As you can see, with Cindy Blodgett, you just put 4 players on the baseline. Now you isolate the 1 defensive player against her, and she's just going to have a night if she can play one-on-one against people.
No question. Fecto working against Atwood, Wendy that is, for Lawrence. Gets it on the right-hand side to Stanley. Ball's been knocked away and stolen by Wendy Atwood. On the left-hand side, they get it to Clark. Shot up by Clark, it's good. And Lawrence has their first lead of the ball game. But Westbrook goes over the top to Batchelor. She's going to go coast to coast, and she's going to be fouled.
I think that's a key for Westbrook, is being able to throw over the top. We think of Lawrence, we think of a very good offensive team, but they're also a very good defensive team. And we got some pretty good young players in the state. Michelle Clark is one of those, and as she comes down, she makes that elbow jumper most of the time.
Well, that's a key shot. If they can get some points from the bench, it's going to make Lawrence that much tougher to beat tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. Batchelor at the foul line, dips, shoots, and good. The 5'10" junior forward for Coach Palavinskas makes it 13-12 in favor of Lawrence. Batchelor has another. Dip, shoots, and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound off to Lawrence, stolen away this time by Westbrook. Sparrow has it out front to Fecto, to Batchelor. On the wing to Bloom. Back inside, they try to go to Batchelor. Got it to Sparrow instead. She gets her own rebound off the missed shot. Around the rim, no good. This time the ball's going to be knocked loose. And Lawrence is going to be out of bounds with the ball. Turnover will go to the Blue Blazes of Westbrook.
Westbrook has done a nice job on the offensive board, and they also have done a nice job of defending Lawrence the moment they've gotten the Lawrence has gotten the defensive board and have picked up a couple steals.
Bloom had some trouble getting it in, and she's going to be fouling on the inbound pass. Wendy Atwood's going to pick up the foul, her first, and the 5th team foul. They'll key it in again. Inside they get it to Sparrow, and she lays it off the glass and in. So Westbrook regains the lead, 14-13, 1:35 remaining period number 1. Blodgett crosses half court, working hard against Bloom. Long three-point attempt by Blodgett. Good! Oh, net. Cindy Blodgett hits the 3. Westbrook trails now 16-14. Anthony gives it back to Fecto, who crosses half court. Bree Fecto, the freshman point guard for the Blue Blazes. It's going to be called, there's going to be a 3-second violation. I thought they were going to call 5-second violation. They called 3-second violation on the Blue Blazes, and with 1:10 remaining in period number 1, Lawrence will have the basketball and a 2-point lead, 16-14.
That was a pretty good play by Brianna Fecto. Anytime you can cross over and then make that bounce pass down in the post, you're creating a dangerous situation against the defense.
I'll tell you, Debbie Bloom's working Cindy Blodgett pretty hard, but Blodgett goes around, and this time takes the ball to the glass. It goes, and it's going to go. Cindy Blodgett has another, and Coach Palavinskis, with 59 seconds left, wants timeout to score 18-14 in favor of Lawrence. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The game is so simple when you got a great player. Westbrook playing man-to-man. Debbie Bloom is doing a great job. She's containing. Cindy Blodgett hits a couple of jump shots. Now she's got to come out of a stance, get up there, and Cindy Blodgett goes by. And when you put 4 people on the baseline and isolate Cindy Blodgett out front, it is very difficult to guard her. Turnovers aren't too bad, a lot of them early, but Westbrook's been able to stay close there against Lawrence's defensive pressure.
Things settled down a little bit after the opening jitters for both teams. Cindy Blodgett converts a 3-point play. Lawrence with their biggest lead of the ball game, 19-14. Bloom working against Blodgett. They go over the top again. This time they get it to Anthony. Inside to Batchelor. Batchelor with a ball fake. Short shot up by Batchelor is good. And that's the way to handle the pressure. Go right at it. And it's 19-16. Lawrence by 3. We're under 45 seconds left. Inside, Bennett's going to be called for the travel on the turnaround jump shot.
Anytime you're facing pressure defense, if you can attack the basket, you're going to be much more successful. And Allison Batchelor has shown that she can run the court and finish.
Westbrook, again, working against all kinds of Lawrence pressure. They've got the ball in the hands of the girl they wanted to have it. Fecto goes right toward the basket and lays it off the glass and in. Nice play, Brianna Fecto. 19-18, the Lawrence lead is down to 1. 20 seconds remaining, period number 1. Wendy Atwood. Let's see if they hold for last shot. With only 13 seconds left, they're gonna. Cindy Blodgett working against Bloom. We're under 10 seconds. Blodgett takes the ball. It's going to be knocked loose, and we're going to have a foul by Beatty after the ball was knocked loose from Blodgett. So some pretty good help side defense that time by the Westbrook Blue Blazers is going to be the cause for that personal foul.
You had Westbrook stepping up, knowing that Cindy Blodgett's going to have the last play, and did a nice job defensively. And what a play by Brianna Fecto. Just does a nice job of splitting the defense and spinning the ball off the backboard.
Okay, Westbrook trying to key it in with only 3 seconds left. Anthony gets it, long pass up for Batchelor, is going to be stolen by Bennett. And the first quarter of this one is history. The score at the end of 1. The Lawrence Bulldogs 19, the Westbrook Blue Blazers 18. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, back here at the Bangor Auditorium, second period of state girls Class A championship action. Lawrence and Westbrook. Lawrence with a 1-point lead and the basketball to start this period of play. Blodgett on the right-hand side.
Bruce Cooper changing it up a little bit. Now brought the 4 players up to the foul line area to run a pick and roll to get into the flex.
Blodgett with a turnaround jump shot off the flex. The ball's going to drop for her, and Bloom's going to commit the personal foul. So I'll tell you, you know, that's a versatile player. That's a good player. She can play in so many different areas as she does here, Coach.
She's been shooting off the dribble out front. Now she runs off a flex screen, catches the ball in the lane, and just uses a nice post move, whereas she's been using dribble moves out there. She's, obviously a complete player.
Cindy Blodgett converts on another three-point play, and the lead is 4, 22-18, 7:40 remaining, period number 2.
What is great, Tom, is to see these girls go out in the state championship game and play basketball and attack the basketball and put points on the board.
Sure is true. Inside they get it to Batchelor, something they've been trying to do all night. Some pretty good weak side help that time. Gets the ball knocked away. Ball's going to be knocked loose again. This time picked up by Lawrence. Up court they get it to Blodgett. Blodgett will slow it down and set the offense. Working against Bloom. Three-pointer by Blodgett is good. Cindy Blodgett heating up. 25-18, and Coach Palavinskis wants timeout. Nobody can see him yet. And they finally get it. The score, 25-18. Lawrence with a 7-point lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Oh, it's just tough coming up with different descriptions of what she's doing. She just knows she can score at any time and just stepping up. And, Debbie Bloom's caught, do I play tight? And she goes by, or if I play off, she's going to make the jump shot. And I'll tell you, Cindy Blodgett is on fire right now.
I'll tell you, I think that was good timeout by Coach Palavinskis, but it also is his second timeout. So something that if it's a close game later on, it may turn out to be a factor. Westbrook with the basketball. They're in bad need of a hoop right here. They're down 7. We're under 7 minutes remaining, period number 2. Fecto taking it right to the basket, and the freshman lays it off the glass, no good. Rebound, Beatty of Lawrence. And she's going to be fouled by Fecto in the rebounding action.
Nice job of splitting the screen there and attacking the basket, and it's just a matter of strength. She made one early. Next year she'll be consistent with that and make every one. She's really going to be a very good player.
She's going to get a rest right now as she picks up her 3rd personal foul. And I think we're going to see some pressure at both ends now with Fecto being out of the ball game. I'm sure Lawrence will turn up the pressure just a notch. Blodgett again working against Bloom. Looking to go inside. Wendy Atwood, nothing there. Blodgett takes it to the middle. Gives it on the left-hand side to Atwood. Nothing available on the baseline for Atwood. Looking to go inside, nothing there. Very patient. They get it to Weymouth on the right-hand side. Weymouth to the middle. Short shot by Bennett is up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Batchelor. Batchelor decides to slow it down and get it to Bloom. Stanley into the ball game. Has the basketball now, looking inside to Batchelor. On the right, they get it to Anthony. Short shot up by Anthony on a nice off the glass shot, and Anthony makes it 25-20. The Lawrence lead now 5. Blodgett crosses half court. She goes toward the hoop. Lays it up off the glass and in for 2, and it's 27-20. She took a pretty hard knock there, but still had presence of mind to knock the basket down. Stanley on the right-hand side. Long shot up by Bloom, no good. Rebound to Wendy Atwood. Up court to Weymouth. All alone, Weymouth lays it up off the glass and in. 29-20.
Nice pass by Wendy Atwood and a great job of running the court by Karen Weymouth.
5:25 remaining, period number 2. Lawrence by 9. Ball's going to be knocked loose. Still loose. And who picks it up? Cindy Blodgett. Again, up to Weymouth. Up to Wendy Atwood. Knocked loose. Back to Weymouth on a touch pass. Layup is missed. And Anthony gets the rebound for Westbrook. Bloom takes the ball to the middle of the lane. Lays it up off the glass. No good. Rebounding action is going to be tied up. And Westbrook will get control of the basketball.
Just a great crossover in traffic, and then just the explosion. She goes right up to the defensive player, goes off a shoulder, and then is totally in control and hits the jumper.
Janet Francourt into the ball game for Karen Weymouth, Lawrence, and also Lori Francourt for the Blue Blazers of Westbrook coming into the ball game for Bloom.
Westbrook seems to running into a little bit of a fatigue problem and have missed a couple open shots because of that.
Bloom gets the ball into Anthony, to Sparrow on top of the key. Inside they get it to Batchelor. Batchelor's going to have to open things up. She does with the turnaround jump shot, and the lead's cut to 7. 29-22, 4:44 remaining, period number 2. Wendy Atwood, long three-point by Atwood is good. Wendy Atwood, who was hot in the Eastern Maine tournament, nails another one. It's 32-22. Lawrence with the biggest lead of the ball game. 4.5 minutes remaining, period number 2. Ball's going to be knocked away and stolen by Bennett. Up to Atwood. On the left inside to Wendy Atwood. Back to Jill Atwood. Ball's going to be blocked by Dorothy Anthony. Nice play by Anthony to recover defensively on that play.
Lawrence running a great streak offensively here, doing a good job of passing the ball.
Lawrence coaching staff looking on as Wendy Atwood misses a long shot. Rebound was controlled by Francoeur, and Lawrence still has it. Blodgett working this time against Lori Francoeur. 12-footer by Blodgett, no good. Rebound not controlled, finally controlled by Wendy Atwood, knocked loose. This time foul's going to be called Dorothy Anthony. So
Lawrence always around the board, picking up loose balls. They'll get their share of loose balls in every game.
They certainly seem, Dick, like they're getting the bounces right now.
Well, again, a lot of times the bounces go to those teams that are working hard, and Lawrence is playing particularly well at this moment. But I'll tell you, Westbrook still is playing very well. They are attacking the basket, and anytime they can get the ball into Allison Batchelor, they're going to score.
Shot by Atwood is no good, and in the rebounding action, Batchelor is going to be fouled. It looks like by Weymouth, who just re-entered the ball game for the Lawrence Bulldogs. 4:03 remaining. Period number 2, state Class A girls championship action. Coach Palavinskas looks on. He's got to be concerned at this point. His team down 10 with 4:03 remaining in period number 2. He's got a lot of things to get done. He wants to keep it close, I'm sure, just till halftime. See what they can change at halftime. First shot up by Batchelor is no good. She gets her own rebound, takes one dribble, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound Anthony, no good. Rebound Anthony again. This time she'll settle it down. Gets it to Sparrow out front. This time Stanley with a 15-footer, no good. Rebound inside. It's going to be tied up. This time it's going to go to Lawrence. With 3:46 remaining, Lawrence with a 10-point lead.
As you mentioned, Tom, it's key for Westbrook to get some stops right in this period of time because they can't let the lead get too far beyond them.
Ball's going to be knocked loose from Wendy Atwood, stolen by Stanley, and it's given to Sparrow. They try to go inside to Batchelor. They finally get it inside. Turnaround shot by Batchelor. It's going to be around the rim. No good, but she was fouled.
Allison Batchelor does a nice job of exploding up to the basket. She really gets great lift from her legs.
Be interesting to see if Coach Palavinskas and the Westbrook Blue Blazers can find ways to exploit the size advantage with Allie Batchelor.
Lawrence is putting a lot of people in the paint. They're really trying to take it away from her inside.
This time the first shot up by Batchelor is good, and it's 32-23. The Blazers trail by 9 with 3:27 remaining, period number 2. Wendy Sheffer into the ballgame, 5'9" junior forward, who replaces Anthony. For the Blue Blazers, Coach Ben Palavinskas, now in his 7th year at the helm. Very successful 7 years, I may add. And the second shot by Batchelor is good. One of the few programs around that can claim that they've gone to the tournament 7 straight years.
Just a great, outstanding program. Lawrence is going for their 3rd straight state title. Westbrook back in the late 70s, early 80s, won 4 in a row.
Lawrence finally getting the ball up. Wendy Atwood's going to try another 3, and it's going to be off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Bennett inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound knocked loose and picked up by Bloom. Bennett's going to foul her. So some pretty aggressive play inside by both Aaron Bennett of Lawrence and Debbie Bloom of Westbrook. Unfortunately for Lawrence, Bennett picks up the personal foul and will send Bloom to the line.
Westbrook hits these 2 foul shots. Now they're down by 6 and have withstood a pretty good shooting exhibition by Lawrence.
No question. Get me to halftime. Keep me close at halftime. We'll come out and see what we can do. First shot up by Bloom is good. And the lead is narrowed to 7. Jill Atwood tries to steal one there to get referee Ron Adams to give her the basketball out of bounds. Right on top of things, Mr. Adams. The second shot by Bloom. Dip shoots and off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound off to Lawrence. Wendy Atwood brings the ball to the right side of the lane, takes it to the top. Guarded closely by Sparrow. She's going to be moving the basketball. She's going to be called for the 5-second violation. Very close there. Inside, they get it to Blodgett. Turn around by Blodgett is good. Off the back screen, Sydney Blodgett gets a 2, and Westbrook's going to throw the ball away, and Lawrence will take over. I tell you, if you coach Palavinskis, this is not what you want to see at this point.
Right. Great bounce pass by Jill Atwood, getting the ball inside. Just great job of getting the ball down to the floor, then coming up so that the offensive player can score with it while going up.
Great court vision. Inside, they get it to Bennett. Left-handed shot up by Bennett around the rim, no good. Rebound off to Westbrook, stolen away this time by Lawrence. And Lawrence is going to get Janet Francoeur a basket. And the lead is 11. 36-25, 2.5 minutes remaining in period number 2. Pass up court this time to Stanley. Shot by Stanley on the baseline is good. And the lead's cut back to single digits at 9. Blodgett working hard for everything. Debbie Bloom working hard defensively against Cindy Blodgett. Guarding her closely. Bennett. On the right-hand side to Francoeur, to Wendy Atwood. To Jill Atwood. Being guarded closely by Sheffer. Shot is up, no good. Rebound this time by Batchelder. Sheffer gets it across to Bloom. Baseline, they go to Stanley. Inside to Batchelder. Shot up by Batchelder is no good. Rebound this time. Going to be knocked loose and picked up by Lawrence. Ahead to Blodgett. Shot up by Atwood is good. And she was fouled by Batchelder. So a great job that time by the Lawrence Bulldogs of seeing the floor. Sydney Blodgett got it up on the pass, gave it up to Atwood, as you can see here.
It's so dangerous because they can attack so quickly, and got the ball out quickly to Blodgett and just made the nice pass into Wendy Atwood and got away with a travel there.
And she converts on the three-point play to make 39-27 with 1.5 minutes remaining. Period number 2. Bloom crosses half court, working against Blodgett. They try to go into Batchelder, they do. Batchelder takes it to the bottom of the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound Atwood. Jill it is. He gets it up to Blodgett. Working against Sheffer. Long shot by Blodgett is going to be short. Rebound's going to be knocked loose and picked up by Wendy Atwood. Long shot this time by Wendy Atwood is going to be blocked and knocked out of bounds. It will remain with the Bulldogs. Nice defensive effort that time by the Blue Blazers.
And if you're Westbrook, you want to hold Lawrence to 1 shot. Tough enough with just 1, but you can't afford to give them 2.
Jill Atwood keys it into Wendy. Cross court to Jill. 15-footer by Jill off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Batchelder. Batchelder doing a nice job off the glass. Outlet pass is going to be stolen away by Blodgett. Working against Sparrow. Short shot up. Over Sparrow is good. And it's 41-27. We're under a minute at 40 seconds. Ball's going to be knocked loose on the inbounding pass, and Westbrook wants timeout. The score 41-27. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay, there's a key, what could be a key factor in this game. Lawrence, with all 4 timeouts remaining, and Westbrook having only 1 timeout for the entire remainder of this ball game. And I tell you, if Westbrook's going to get back in this one, that could be a factor.
It is, but I'm sure Benny Palavinskis is thinking, if we don't stop it now, we don't need the timeouts later. So that's going to be his thinking.
Let's see if they can cut into this 14-point lead with 39 seconds remaining. They have the basketball, and Sparrow's going to take it out. He gets it inbound to Anthony. Full court pressure. They finally get it to Fecto. Back into the ball game, the freshman, working against double team. This time, Cindy Blodgett's going to be called for the foul. So Westbrook on the verge at that point of committing a 10-second violation, gets a break with a personal foul, and Bri Fecto will go to the line for the 1-on-1.
If you're Lawrence, you really don't want to foul in this situation because you got the 14-point lead, and you've only got 30 seconds on the clock, and you are going to get probably another possession at it.
First shot up is good by Brifecto. Couple of substitutions. Danielle Beatty, Aaron Bennett back into the ball game for Michelle Clark. And I don't know who else sat down. Maybe Janet Frankor, I believe. And the second shot by Fector was good. The lead is down to 12. 30 seconds remaining, period number 2. All kinds of pressure being applied by Westbrook. Jill Atwood gets it, tries to get it baseline. Ball's going to be knocked loose, picked up by Wendy Atwood. They're going to hold for last shot. Westbrook coach Palavinskis urging their troops to come out and play with 10 seconds remaining. Jill Atwood. He's going to throw it back court. No, it's saved this time. Wendy Atwood picks it up. Shot off the glass, no good by Jill Atwood. And the score at halftime, the Lawrence Bulldogs 41, the Westbrook Blue Blazers 29. We'll be back in 2 minutes. To the Bangor Auditorium. We are joined now at halftime by Husson basketball coach Kissy Walker, who has just had a spectacular season. Thanks for joining us here down on the floor, Kissy. 28-3 record and a trip to the Nationals. Tell us about last weekend and the NAI Division II National Championships.
Well, we went out to the national tournament, seeded number 5. We got into a nice bracket. We won our first game against Sterling of Kansas and entered into the second game and beat Indiana Tech by 1 point. It was very exciting. That brought us into what they call the Fabulous Four. They don't call it the Final Four, which is copying the NCAA. It's just been great. It's been wonderful. As I've been thinking lately, this is what it's all about. The Bangor community, the TV stations, the Bangor Daily, the Husson community and faculty have made it a very special Final Four road trip for us. And this is great, coaching in Maine and working with Maine kids. And I couldn't be any happier, really.
That's a pat on the back, really, for Eastern Maine basketball, and that all of your players are from Eastern Maine. And also St. Joe's was out there, too. We've got to give them credit as an at-large team out there. You got along pretty well with them out there at that tournament, I understand.
Yeah, we certainly did. St. Joe's girls were great. They lost their first game, didn't play as well as we know they can play, and they cheered their hearts out for us, and we really appreciated it. They also took some pictures, gave us the film. The one thing that we wanted to accomplish going out there was try to gain some respect for our district, District 5, and we felt that, you know, making it to the Fabulous Four, that did do that. And we also wanted to show them that Maine kids could play basketball. A lot of people out there were calling us Huson, and you know, so we've made it known that it's Husson College and we are from Maine.
Do the kids need convincing of that when they go out there? A lot of Maine kids on your team as well as St. Joe's. Do they need convincing of that they can play with everyone in the nation?
Yeah, I believe that they do. You know, sitting there, you watch team after team play, and you know, we can play with these girls, and we're not that far away from having the talent and the team to make it to a national tournament. I think, you know, hopefully it won't be long before some team from Maine will do that.
Kissy Walker, thanks very much for joining us down here on the floor, and congratulations also for being Coach of the Year in small college basketball.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, Kissy Walker, what a great year for the Husson women as they finished tied for 3rd in the nation in the NAIA Division II. We're back with a check on the scoreboard, tell you what's happening a little later tonight here at the Bangor Auditorium when we come back here in 90 seconds.
Obviously, Tom, if you're going to stop Lawrence, you got to stop Cindy Blodgett. And you look, Lawrence has shot 59%. And for Westbrook to be still in the ball game with Lawrence running that streak they ran at the end of the first quarter and the first part of the second, shooting 59%, they are really playing well.
No question, turnovers about even, free throw percentage, Lawrence with a little bit of an advantage, Westbrook with a few more attempts. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as this one unfolds. Coach Bruce Cooper and his staff and team, as we're about ready to get started with the 3rd period of play, Fecto taking it for Westbrook. They have the basketball to start things off here. Anthony drives the middle of the lane. Shot up by Anthony's no good. Rebound off to Beatty. And there's going to be a tie-up. This one will belong to Lawrence. It's a pretty good defensive effort there by Bloom.
Westbrook's been very alert. Every time the ball's gone up and Lawrence come down the defensive board, they're really looking to pick up any loose ball there.
Little change in pressure here. Defensive tactics, half court only. This time Wendy Atwood with a long three-pointer, taken up right where she left off in the Eastern Maine tournament. Makes it 44-29. Westbrook trailing by 15. Fecto working against Atwood. Bloom covered closely by Blodgett. Inside they get it to Batchelor. Defense tries to collapse, not quick enough. Turn around by Batchelor is good, and it's 44-31. Lead at 13 for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Sydney Blodgett is being watched by numerous college coaches tonight. Jill Atwood with a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound Beatty. Moving the ball around pretty well, the Bulldogs. Wendy Atwood has the ball knocked loose. Cross-court pass to Jill Atwood, nothing there. Beatty has it knocked loose and picked off this time by Bloom. Bloom has some pretty quick hands, a good defensive player, and it showed in that turnover. Bloom looked to go inside, ball's gonna be knocked loose and picked up by Jill Atwood. Crosses half court, she gives it to Wendy Atwood. Inside they get it to Erin Bennett. Shot off the glass is good. 46-31, the lead is 15. Lawrence having an answer for both Westbrook baskets up to this point. Fecto working against Wendy Atwood. Takes the ball to the middle of the lane, lays it up underhanded off the glass. Good. Fecto. I think Fecto's got to get some of those penetration baskets, Dick, for Westbrook to have a chance to get back into this one.
She has to, obviously, to get the easy basket and hopefully get the foul shot.
Ball stolen away, taken up by Fecto, laid off the glass and in, underhanded. Some contact, but no foul, according to referee John Plord. And the basket counts. The lead is only 11 now. Lawrence with the 11-point lead, 46-35, 5.5 minutes remaining in period number 3. Ball's going to be knocked loose and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Westbrook's done a nice job of answering some shot runs, but they've really got to make a real push themselves now to get the ball game back to 5 or 6 points.
Batchelor comes out of the ball game. She got whacked. I don't know if she looks like she's going to have her fingers taped. Maybe a jammed finger. We'll see. Sure, she'll be back in there. They need her. Ball's going to be knocked loose by Anthony and picked off by the Blue Blazes. Fecto working against Wendy Atwood. On the left-hand side to Bloom. Baseline to Sheffer, just into the ball game for the Blue Blazes. Anthony trying to go around Bennett, does. Lays it up off the glass, short, no good. Rebound, tied up. And this one will belong to the Blue Blazes. Bloom keys it in to Fecto. Fecto. Cross court to Sheffer. 12-footer by Sheffer's all net. And the lead is now inside 10 at 9. 46-37, Lawrence by 9.
Very important for Westbrook to come up with a stop now. They've got to make sure they can hold right here.
Long three-point attempt by Blodgett, no good. Rebound off to Beatty, no good. Rebound this time to Westbrook. Westbrook trying to put together a little run here to make the 4th and final period an exciting one. Fecto on the give and go. What a nice play by Fecto. Sparrow couldn't convert. Ball's going to be knocked loose, and it's going to stay with Westbrook.
What a great pass. A reach-around pass in that situation. Brianna Fecto really can handle the ball and create some good situations off the dribble.
Michelle Clark and Janet Frank were into the ball game for Lawrence. Along with Carolyn Taboni. Give some of the starters a rest here. 3rd period. Trying to get it in. They finally do to Fecto. Fecto takes the ball to the middle. Sparrow fakes the long shot. On the left side, gives it to Anthony. Trying to post up his Batchelor. They're having trouble getting her the ball inside. Lawrence defense doing a nice job collapsing inside. They finally get it to her inside. She's working against Blodgett. She goes over Blodgett, and the lead's now 7 at 46-39. Lawrence by 7 with 4 minutes remaining, period number 3. This is as close as Westbrook has been for a long time. On the left-hand side, Taboni. Taboni's going to be tied up. This one's going to remain with the Bulldogs.
Allison Batchelor, you know, just great job of posting up and again create space by getting up into the air and with a nice touch.
Blodgett takes the ball to the basket and lays it up and in. I'll tell you, when the other team's making a run, you need a basket. You know where to get the basketball if you're Lawrence, and they just got it in her hands. 29 points so far this evening. Season's average 32, and you've got to stop her if you're going to beat Lawrence. It's 48-39. We're under 4 minutes remaining, period number 3. Bloom to Batchelor on the baseline. To Anthony in the middle of the lane. To Sparrow. Sparrow tries to go around the baseline. Ball's going to be knocked loose and picked up by Blodgett. Blodgett's going to go right to the hoop, lay it up off the glass and in. Cindy Blodgett with 2 in a row, and it's back up to 11 in the span of about 30 seconds.
You've got to stop Cindy and make her pick up the dribble out in the half-court area if you're going to, anytime there's a break, or she's just going to score on you.
Pretty good defensive effort that time by Erin Bennett of the Bulldogs on the press for the Bulldogs, but it's going to be knocked loose, and the Blazers will have the ball as Bloom comes out of the ball game in favor of Francor. Fecto working against Clark. Ball's going to be knocked loose inside and out of bounds, and Lawrence will take control of the basketball. Batchelor tried to save it, but couldn't get to it quite in time.
Very important for Westbrook to come up with a stop. Anytime you are behind and you want to come back, you have got to stop the other team from scoring.
Wendy Atwood off the front of the rim on the three-point attempt. An important 2:45 remaining for both teams, but more so for the Blue Blazers. Refecto being double-teamed out front. Long shot by Sparrows off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Blodgett. She goes right to the basket, does Blodgett, and converts on another one off the glass. Cindy Blodgett makes it 52-39, the lead 13. Refecto being all kinds of pressure. And the ball is turned over to the Bulldogs. Up court, Michelle Clark's going to lose it out of bounds.
Again, with Cindy Blodgett, she's just so good at creating space and taking the ball to the basket, and totally under control. Nice soft touch, and back on defense.
Sparrow comes out of the ball game. Stanley back in for the Blue Blazers. All kinds of aggressive defense. Ball's going to be tied up by Wendy Atwood, but Westbrook will have the alternate possession. And with 2:05 remaining, down 13, Coach Palavinskas needs some offensive answers here to cut into this Lawrence lead. Batchelor at the foul line to Fecto. Posting high is Batchelor. Long shot this time is around the rim. No good that time by Anthony. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Lawrence.
Luck's not with you when it goes in twice and comes out twice.
1:45 remaining. Lawrence with the basketball in a 13-point lead, 52-39. Wendy Atwood, long three-point attempt is going to be fall short. Fecto's going to have the ball knocked away by Bennett and picked up by the Bulldogs. Cross court to Beatty. Beatty takes the ball to the basket. Short jump shot up by Beatty, and she's going to be fouled this time by Anthony. As the Lawrence bench certainly approves of that call. With 1:28 remaining, lead 13, and Beatty at the foul line. Things not looking good right now for the Blue Blazers, but all kinds of time left.
Westbrook is going to make sure they make the most of each possession offensively, and as we've said before, it's just got to shut them down defensively.
Beatty, the 5'9" senior forward, makes the first one. 72% free throw shooter on the year. He makes the second. And it's 54-39. The lead's 15. Francor out of the ball game for the Blue Blazers. So we have Anthony and Sparrow and Stanley Batchelder, and Fecto for the Blue Blazes. Inside they get to Batchelder. Turnaround shot by Batchelder's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Blodgett. 3-on-2, 4-on-2 now for Blodgett and company. Blodgett lays it up and in. And the lead 17. Westbrook looking to get timeout. Decides not to, I guess. Inside they get it to Batchelder. Batchelder off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound up, Batchelder, no good. Rebound this time by Batchelder in the lane. Shot up and good, finally, by Batchelder. 56-41. Probably a good decision by Coach Palabinskis not to use that last timeout with under a minute here. Now at 40 seconds remaining in period number 3. Blodgett dribbles through the zone. She's going to be fouled on the shot attempt.
I think he realized also they had the ball down to the baseline and had it in Allison Batchelor's hand, and it's a pretty good chance they were going to score then.
She had pretty good position inside, did Batchelder. Sheffer getting ready to check into the ball game for the Blue Blazes. As Blodgett's at the foul line with her state championship game record of 36 points now. What a player. Look across the court, and I know the UMaine coach Joanne Palumbo is here, and a Notre Dame assistant is here tonight, and I'm sure there are others watching not only Cindy but other players. Second shot up by Blodgett is around the rim, no good. Rebound Batchelder. De Facto across the half-court timeline with 30 seconds remaining in period number 3. The lead is 16 for Lawrence, 57-41. Inside to Batchelder. Turnaround jump shot by Batchelder's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Wendy Atwood. She's going to push it up. Batchelder directing traffic. They forgot on the left-hand side was Clark. She laid it up, no good. Rebound's going to be knocked loose and picked up by the Blue Blazes. Bree Fecto across the timeline for Westbrook with 5 seconds left. I'm not sure they know. What a great pass by Bree Fecto. Shot is going to be blocked this time by Cindy Blodgett on Stanley's attempt. As we end the third quarter, the score, the Lawrence Bulldogs 57, the Westbrook Blue Blazes 41. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Okay, back here at the Bangor Auditorium, Tom Winston along with Dick Meter as we're ready for the fourth and what could be the final period of Class A girls basketball action for 1993. Blodgett with a long three-pointer air ball. Knocked loose and picked up finally by Westbrook, and Sheffer going all the way to the basket. He's going to lay it up off the bottom of the basket. No good. And rebound to Beatty. Blodgett gets it up to Wendy Atwood, who drives baseline. Ball is going to be knocked away by Fecto, but Fecto's going to pick up her 4th personal foul.
Tell you what we've seen, Tom, is with Brianna Fecto is a very good passer, somebody who can create and a great knowledge of court awareness. She really is able to pick up open people, and she's got a great future.
And if Coach Palabinskis wasn't quite sure, but when I talked to him earlier, he was reasonably sure that she was still only 14 years old. Long three-point attempt by Michelle Clark is good, and it's Lawrence's largest lead in the ball game, 60-41, with 7:20 remaining in the ball game. Turnaround by Fecto off the front of the rim, good. 60-43, the lead 17 for Lawrence.
There are some excellent young players in the state in girls basketball, and this is just going to be great basketball for a long time to come.
No question. Ball's going to be knocked loose. This time, Lawrence is going to lose it. It was off Clark's hands. And the Blazers will take over with 7:02 remaining. And they're down 17. They've got to score lots of points in a reasonable hurry. Blodgett guarding Fecto. Ball's going to be knocked loose. Wendy Atwood's going to pick it up and going to be fouled as she attempts to lay it in. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And it looks like Jen Sparrow will pick up the personal foul.
So we've mentioned before, Lawrence does, you think of them offensively with Cindy Blodgett, but defensively they're always after you. And they're picking up loose balls, they're causing turnovers, and create easy shots.
First shot up by Atwood off the right side of the rim, no good. She'll have another.
They also get to the foul line a lot, and that's through just aggressive, hard play.
Second shot is good. Some substitutions again. As Coach Palabinskis looks on.
Tell you, Tom, I played against him in college, and he could put the ball through the hoop. An 18-point lead wouldn't be safe with him shooting the basketball.
I'll tell you, I watched him while they were shooting around today. He was shooting with them, and you were right. He can put the ball in the hoop. And that's what his team needs to do right now, put the ball in the hoop. lots of times and very quickly. Inside they get it. Ball's going to be knocked loose, and this time Wendy Atwood's going to be called for the foul as Jen Sparrow went up off the baseline screen, and she's going to the line for 2. Coach Cooper kind of chuckling at that one. With 6:44 remaining, I'm sure he feels reasonably comfortable, but this might be the longest 6:44 of the year for him.
Yeah, when you're ahead, you want that clock to run. When you're behind, you want it stopped as much as you can make it.
First shot by Sparrow is no good. And certainly down 18. Can't afford to miss these. 5'7" senior forward for the Blue Blazers, Coach Palavinskas. Second shot is good on that. It's 61-44. The lead's cut to 17. Be interesting to see when Westbrook comes out of this little 1-3-1 zone they're in with only 6.5 minutes remaining. Blodgett off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Sheffer. Ball's up to Fecto. To Stanley. Stanley lays it off the glass, no good. They can't buy one right now.
It's been tough too. The fatigue sets in at this point.
Clark gets it to Wendy Atwood. Back to Clark. She thinks about the three-pointer, has the ball knocked loose and stolen away by Anthony. Fecto working against Wendy Atwood. Fecto takes it right to the glass, off the glass and in. Brianna Fecto with another nice underhanded layup. The lead's cut to 15. Lawrence 61. Westbrook 46, 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Westbrook going to have to come out and play man-to-man. Ball's going to be knocked loose and picked off by Anthony. Coach Palavinskas trying to get his crew to come out that time and play man-to-man. Long shot by Fecto is good. Three-pointer, Bree Fecto. And the lead's down to 12. And with that, Bruce Cooper wants timeout. His team up 61-49. 5:29 remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Brianna Fecto really is having a game and showing that she can play as a 14-year-old. I think we look in the not too far distant future, we see perhaps a Coney Westbrook final and seeing Amy Vachon and Brianna Fecto going against each other.
Coming up after this one, the Class A Boys State Final, a rematch of that fabulous 5 overtime game, South Portland and Bangor, and that's what everybody's here for tonight, that gold basketball. Players, fans, coaches, everybody. Looking forward to seeing that. Sad thing about that is that one team always goes home disappointed. The nature of competitive sports. Cindy Blodgett with the basketball, crossing half court. On the right to Wendy Atwood. Inside they go to Bennett. Bennett's going to have the ball knocked loose, but she picks it back up. Cross court to Blodgett. Blodgett drives to the baseline. Reverse layup by Blodgett is good. Good court awareness, Cindy Blodgett. She has 2 more, the lead back up to 14.
When in doubt, give the ball to Cindy.
We mentioned that earlier. Doing a nice job. Fecto with a nice pass to Batchelder, and Batchelder is going to be fouled by Blodgett from behind. Blodgett trying to give some defensive help inside on Batchelder. Picks up the personal foul, her 3rd. 4:57 remaining. Lawrence leading it by 14, 63-49.
You've got a player that can penetrate like that and got a good inside big girl that can score under the hoop. You've got the foundation of a pretty good club. Westbrook's going to be strong for another few years.
First shot up by Batchelder is no good. Free throw shooting not helping the Blue Blazers this half. Batchelder has another though. And off the back of the rim, no good, but rebounds off to Bloom. Ball's going to be knocked loose from Bloom and tied up. This time it's going to stay with the Blue Blazers. Good hustling play by both the Bulldogs and the Blazers. Bloom gets it into Fecto, who tries to get it inside to Batchelder. Ball's knocked away by Bennett. Cross court to Anthony. She's going to be knocked down, but the ball's picked up by Bloom. Ball's going to be knocked away again and finally picked up by Wendy Atwood. Taking the ball to the middle of the lane. Wendy Atwood lays it up under the rim. Picked off by Blodgett. Blodgett to the middle of the lane. Lays it up, no good. Rebounds Anthony. This time they get it to Fecto, and she's going to be fouled by Beatty. Boy, drive coach is crazy. With 4:29 remaining, you're a team up by 14. Even though they're not in the bonus situation, you don't want to stop the clock.
No, and you may want to take a little bit more time off the clock before you shoot the ball, too.
No question. Fecto with the basketball. Looking to go coast to coast. Lays another one up underhanded. This time it's around the rim. No good. Gets her own rebound. Lays it off the glass. No good. Rebound Batchelor. It's good. And she's fouled by Bennett. So Westbrook, I'll tell you, they're not going to go away easily. The lead is down to 12 with Batchelor at the line for Westbrook. Chance to cut that lead to 11. Coach Benny Palabinskas wants timeout after that key basket by Allison Batchelor, and he's going to get timeout. As you see, Batchelor on the rebound off the Fecto miss, converts and is fouled by Bennett. The score 63-51 with 4:16 remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Timeouts left. Westbrook with none. 2 fouls to give. Lawrence with 3 of their 4 timeouts left and also 2 fouls to give. 4:16 remaining. Period number 4. State Class A Girls Championship action from the Bangor Auditorium. WABI TV Channel 5, WAGM TV Channel 8 in Presque Isle. And also Fox 51 in Portland, Maine.
Now, Allison has struggled a little bit from the free throw line. One thing she wants to do is try to get the ball up in its arc a little bit earlier.
You can tell what side we're on. We're on the Lawrence side, and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Blodgett. Working hard against Bloom. On the left-hand side, Wendy Atwood, long three-pointer, no good. Rebound inside to Jill Atwood, no good. Rebound Jill Atwood again, no good. Rebound this time is going to be controlled by Bloom. So again, one of those situations, I'm not sure Bruce Cooper wanted to shot that quickly, but that's what happened. Fecto fakes a three-pointer inside. They get it to Batchelor. Turn around by Batchelor's off the rim, no good, but she's going to be fouled this time again by Bennett.
Good shot fake by Brianna Fecto, which really opened up for the duck in by Allison Batchelor. And as you can see, if you watch, she makes that little bounce pass in there and really clears space for her to get open. And just tough time, just didn't get the roll.
Her shot up by Batchelor is good, and she's so strong. She does such a good job inside. She's tough. I mean, she did well just to get that shot off. Second shot by Batchelor is no good. And Blodgett is going to take the ball up for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Coming off the screen, Blodgett on the running one-hander. Shot is no good. Before the shot, says referee John Plord. This time the foul is going to be called.
Benny Palabinskas is just working hard, wanting to change the momentum a little bit and see if they can make some stops down here.
He brings in Anthony, who will replace Sheffer. Sheffer doing a nice job for Coach Palabinskas and the Blue Blazers tonight. Lawrence with the basketball, Blodgett. Out top to Wendy Atwood. Long three-pointer by Atwood, no good. Rebound this time is going to be knocked loose, picked up by Westbrook. Bree Fecto with 3:30 remaining. Her team down 11. Has the basketball. Goes to the baseline. Shot up over Beatty is good, and the basket counts. Danielle Beatty is called for the foul. All of a sudden, here comes Westbrook. They trail by 9 with Bree Fecto, the freshman, at the line with a chance to cut it to 8.
Great job with a hesitation dribble. Gets Cindy to stand up a little bit. Gets inside, creates some space, and makes the hoop.
That's also going to be the 5th personal foul on Danielle Beatty. Both coaches replacing people here. Westbrook coach Palabinskas calling his team over to the sideline. Beatty fouling out. They get 30 seconds to replace that player. That's it for Danielle Beatty, the 5'9" senior forward. Just listen to the applause. We're on the Lawrence side, and you can tell that right now. Very deserving applause for Danielle Beatty.
She's been a great player for Lawrence. A great influence, played well underneath, gets a lot of rebounds. Just works very hard.
Very unsung hero. And Fecto, the freshman for Westbrook, cuts the lead 8 on a three-point play, 63-55. Full court pressure being applied by the Blue Blazers. Blodgett with the basketball. Gets across half court to Wendy Atwood. Inside, they see Clark. To Wendy Atwood. No good. Rebound Anthony to Fecto to Bloom, and just over Bloom's reach and not out of bounds. And Lawrence will take over. Nice idea by Fecto, just a little bit too far for Bloom. A little more concern on the Lawrence bench than they had just a few minutes ago. 3 minutes remaining. The Lawrence lead is 8 at 63-55. Wendy Atwood on the right side of the lane. Drives baseline. Shot blocked by Batchelder. Gets it to Sparrow. Sparrow on the left-hand side. Baseline to Bloom. Inside to Batchelder. Batchelder up with a short shot. It's good, and the lead is 6 with 2:40 remaining. Lawrence wants timeout. The score, 63-57. Lawrence by 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All night long, Westbrook has done a nice job of moving the ball up the sideline, getting it down to the baseline, and then isolating the post with Allison Batchelder and just allowing her to go one-on-one in the post, and she's knocked most of them down.
I'll tell you, what a situation we have here, and the thing that you've got to like if you're Coach Palabinskas at this time is that you're in the one-on-one and you still have a foul to give before the Lawrence Bulldogs get in the one-on-one. So, 2:40 remaining, 63-57. Lawrence with the basketball in a 6-point lead. And the basketball in the hands right now is Cindy Blodgett. To Jill Atwood on the right-hand side. Cross court to Wendy Atwood. Wendy Atwood, 12-footer is good! And it's 65-57, lead back up to 8. Fecto up to Batchelder. Being guarded closely by Bennett. Takes the ball baseline. Nothing there. She gets it cross court to Bloom. Shot up by Bloom is good! Lead cut back to 6. With 2:15 remaining, 65-59. Ball's going to be almost stolen by the Blue Blazers. This time Wendy Atwood on the right-hand side decides to pull it out. Good idea. Blodgett takes a dribble between her legs, takes the ball off the glass left. No good. Rebound is going to be stolen away by Fecto. She's being all kinds of pressure, and Wendy Atwood's going to foul her. All kinds of pressure being applied by both teams right now. We're under 2 minutes at 1:57 remaining. And freshman Bree Fecto at the line with a chance to cut into that 6-point deficit of her team, possibly cut it to 4.
Big question is, going through the Westbrook fans, did they get down too far for them to come back? 2 free throws right here is going to put some pressure on Lawrence as far as whether they're going to take the quick shot again or whether they're going to try to hold it and hit some free throws.
That's a freshman making probably the biggest free throw of her life to this point. It's 65-60. Her team, the Westbrook Blue Blazers and Coach Palabinskas, trail only by 5. And she nets 2. It's 65-61. Let's see what happens.
Westbrook really needs to get that commit a foul fairly soon here so that they do get themselves into a 1-on-1 situation.
Blodgett cross court to Wendy Atwood. They're going to try to take some time off the clock with a 2-on-2. Ball's going to be knocked loose and stolen up court to Bree Fecto. Bree Fecto's going to lay it up and in. It's 65-63. Westbrook down by 2. Blodgett gets it up court to Wendy Atwood. Back to Blodgett. They haven't crossed the timeline yet. Finally, she does. Ball's going to be knocked loose. No, there's going to be a foul called on Bloom.
That's the 6th-team foul on Westbrook, and after this it will be a 1-on-1. Nice reach around, no contact. They had all ball and the quick up court pass to Bree Fecto, and 2 points there.
Okay, 65-63. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one in just 30 seconds. Okay, both teams out of fouls to give. No more fouls to give on either team. But Lawrence with the 1 timeout remaining, they'll have the basketball. Let's set the stage for this one. 1:21 remaining. Lawrence 65, Westbrook 63. Lawrence has the basketball.
Comes right down to defense now. If you're Westbrook, you got to play great defense. If you're Lawrence, you got to make 3 throws.
And they get the ball in the hands of the girl they want, Cindy Blodgett. To Wendy Atwood on the left-hand side. Westbrook's going to have to come out and put some pressure on here a little bit. Bloom working against Blodgett. Blodgett just taking some time off the clock. Ball's almost stolen by Bloom. Knocked away, but it was picked up by Atwood. She gets it back to Blodgett. We're at a minute remaining. 65-63. Lawrence with the 2-point lead. Ball's going to be knocked loose, but a foul. And that's all right, says Coach Palabinskas. Good idea.
Test here for Lawrence. In the last 2 years, they haven't been in this situation too often. And it goes right back to practice. When you work in these situations in practice, how well you did. And we're going to find out now.
I'll tell you, we have some key foul shots right now by the senior forward, Bennett. for the Bulldogs. First one up by Bennett is all net. And it's 66-63. Lawrence with a 3-point lead, 55 seconds remaining. Period number 4. Bennett has another key shot here. And off the front of the rim, no good. Anthony with a rebound. Westbrook with a chance to possibly tie. Refecto, they don't need to hurry it. Batchelor to Bloom. Back into Batchelor. Turnaround by Batchelor is going to be knocked loose. And it's going to stay with the Blue Blazes. And here's the situation that we talked about earlier. No timeouts remaining. You'd like one right here. But they got to deal with it. Refecto, three-pointer. Good! Refecto ties it up! 66 apiece. And we have a foul on the inbound pass by Bloom, who fouls Blodgett. Blodgett will go down and shoot the 1-and-1. But Refecto, what a key three-pointer to knock this one up with 35 seconds remaining. What a key play by a freshman.
She did a great job of getting the ball and recognized where she was and stepped back to make sure she were in three-point range. And I think that may be the first one Westbrook's had all night.
I'm not sure if she made one earlier or not, but what a key point to make that one. Blodgett with a foul shot. Good. You can see she's excited. You can see the Lawrence fans are excited. But this one far from over. 35 seconds remaining. Lawrence up now by 1. 67-66. Blodgett with another. The second shot by Blodgett is around the rim. It falls back in. Good shooter's bounce by Cindy Blodgett. Full court pressure being applied. They get it into Bloom, who gets it to Fecto. Working hard. Ball's going to almost be knocked loose. Fecto finally gets it to Sparrow. Cross court to Bloom. Inside to Batchelor. Shot up by Batchelor. Around the rim. No good. Rebound Blodgett. And Batchelor is going to pick up the personal foul after missing the bunny inside. Some good hard work, some good patience that time by Westbrook. Unfortunately for Westbrook, Batchelor couldn't convert, and she ends up fouling.
One of those
Cindy
situations
Blodgett.
where they reverse it, and all night long, Allison Batchelor has faced somebody on the help side. All of a sudden, nobody's there, and she looks, and she just doesn't come up with it. Right effort, just unlucky. Just a great offensive move. Nothing you can do about it, Allison. Just keep working hard.
Cindy Blodgett, some key foul shots with 19 seconds remaining. Her team up 2. And no good. Rebound Batchelor. This one far from over. 15 seconds remaining. Sparrow with the basketball. To Fecto. We're at 10 seconds remaining. Fecto is going to throw it out of bounds. Let's see. No, Lawrence is going to deflect it. Let's see. Was it deflected? No, it was not deflected, and the ball's going to be going to Lawrence.
Lawrence did a nice job of doubling up the dribbler there and just made that a tough pass.
Wendy Atwood almost has the ball knocked loose. She gets it into Blodgett, working against Bloom. Trying to foul her. 2, 1. This one's over. The final.
We got a foul.
We have a foul.
I think a foul, 2 seconds left. Although it may end up being 1.
Boy, you know it's getting noisy in here when you can't hear the whistle. Some awfully hard luck that time by the Blue Blazes. This time Lawrence, Bloom for Westbrook picks up the personal foul, her 5th. She'll end her career state championship action with a super performance. 5'5" senior guard. Speaking of super performance, Cindy Blodgett with 40 tonight.
Just a great effort by both teams. Both teams played well. Lawrence got up by 17 or 18 early in the second half, and Westbrook just came right back, did a nice job defensively, got the defensive boards, and just created some easy baskets down on this end.
Cindy Blodgett having some fun with referee Ron Adams. I'm sure discussing, isn't this a fun one?
It's a pretty good feeling, I would think, if you're a coach and you got Cindy Blodgett there. She just prevents you from losing.
Cindy Blodgett at the line, trying to nail the coffin shut for the Lawrence Bulldogs. 1 second away from three-peating as Class A girls state champions. Shooting 1-and-1. Blodgett dips, shoots, and no good. Rebound Batchelor. Long shot is no good. And the Lawrence Bulldogs pull off a 68-66 state Class A championship girls game over the Westbrook Blue Blazes. Congratulations to the Lawrence Bulldogs on that victory. An unbelievable performance by both teams, and certainly The Westbrook girls upset, but absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. What a superior effort by the Blue Blazers and Coach Palavinskas. Obviously a well-coached team and a team that never said die tonight.
You know, when you talk about running out of time, that's a perfect example. Westbrook came back, just ran out of time to complete the job.
I'll tell you, they had a couple of key chances, too. You get Fecto dribbling the ball down the right-hand side, and I think it was Batchelor who zigged when she might have zagged, and